for people to be questioning me like, oh, so you're going back? No, I'm in my right mind. Hey, my baby, and how are you doing today? I am Linda Lynn, and I want to thank you for finding my little corner of YouTube. So today, y'all, I really wanted to title this video, I Spoke Too Soon. Now, you know, a lot of y'all just catch your breath, because I know some people are like, oh my gosh, she going back to her husband, she going back to that dog ass nigga. Look. Right now, no, I am not. I'm still on this self-love journey. I am currently not dating anyone but myself. I owe that to myself. You know what I'm saying? I felt like earlier this year, a couple of months ago, I spoke too soon in my video where I did a life update, and I also had put in a video about baby number 3. And people were asking me, so when are you starting school? What are you going to school for? And I told people I wasn't going to speak on it. Y'all, would you know that the universe has some type of way of just saying, well, Lynn, you ain't even going to school this month. I was like, oh, because I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I've been getting a lot of questions about if I'm going back to my husband. You know, am I keeping my last name? You know, would I ever fall in love again and actually be open to having a kid with someone else? Will I, you know, become a lesbian? All types of questions. And honestly, you know, someone already is saying, you know, they up here, Lynn, you don't owe that to nobody. And I don't. You know, I want to get on here and be as transparent as possible as a Black woman, because I never found more than one woman who actually was going to be transparent about anything she was going through. I have been toying with the thought of going back to my maiden last name for a couple of months now, and I believe I'm going to put that in my divorce decree, because I do feel like my maiden last name, which is Linda Patrick, I believe that I'm ready to venture back to her. I believe that I can make the transition here on social media first, and go back to Linda Patrick. Email is still the same. I can go back to that easily on social media, and still in my everyday life, in reality, still hold my current last name of my husband's, which is Hurd, Hurd. So I believe that making the transition on social media, that will just be for the overall branding, but in reality it's going to be a lot more paperwork that I'm gonna have to like really sort through. So I'm sitting down really kind of figuring out whether I'm going to take this rebrand to the next level and go back to my maiden name and just do a clean cut rebrand on my socials and literally drop Hurd, because that is I believe for the past 8 years of me holding down my husband's last name. I need some water. Hold on. I believe that for the past 8 years of holding down my husband's last name, it has been more so of a revelation upon my life of letting me know that I married really young, and I married at 20, and that my maiden name, it still has life. I didn't bury it. And I feel like I can literally rebirth my last name and rebrand with great intentions, great blessings, and with more positivity. Because when I was Linda Patrick, I was in high school, and I felt like high school me was always being bullied and just going through so much stuff in school that really was just detrimental to my mental health. And when I became an adult, and I, you know, at 20, and you know, I'm living on my own, and then I take on my husband's last name, I'm just like, yay, you know, I'm a new me. And I never had an opportunity to grow within my last name as a young woman, a very young woman, an adolescent. And I feel like I can take that back on in different aspects of my life. And when it comes down to, you know, what's really going to happen with me in this love situation, y'all, I don't know. I'm very much so at this point just focusing on me. I'm not trying to put myself out here to get hurt. I mean, who does? You know, I know A lot of people wear their heart on their sleeve. I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be that person to where I'm up here feeling very defensive about love, or I get in a serious relationship with someone and they don't understand why I'm still holding on to my husband's last name. It's like it's so many things that go into that. You know, it's not that my soon-to-be ex-husband has asked me to cut his last name off of mine, you know, but I have grown fond of my last name as becoming his wife. But the way I have been treated in this past year, it has shown me that I don't need any more attachments to that last name, and I'd rather my kids hold it instead of me. So I feel like if I do have the strength and the energy to put towards all that paperwork that it comes with to just cut that last name off, I'm gonna do just that. You know what I'm saying? But could I speak on that and hold that, like saying, oh, well, next month I'm gonna cut it? No, I'm just saying it will be in the divorce decree. So if I want to literally go through the paperwork in reality and cut that off, I'm gonna do just that. I feel like a lot of people, they ask me, you know, would you still go back if you know your husband wouldn't have got another woman pregnant? I can't answer that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what type of other emotional damage that could have been done. You know, just because another woman has entered the picture and she's about to have a kid, that's just a big scenario within itself that I'm just like, well, damn, we could never, even though at times, you know, I do listen to Kim Michelle. Maybe I should call, I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him. Maybe I should call. I'm just like, girl, if you don't put that damn phone down and level the F up, you know, like I just feel like, Lynn, you above that. That shit is beneath you. You know, that calling, checking on somebody who don't give a damn about you, girl. You done leveled up. You done leveled up mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and it's about to be even more financially. And that's not even with his child support. But I'm going to be having a video coming on here with a family law attorney who has reached out to me. And we're going to be doing an Instagram live on October 1st on Instagram. So I'm going to also try to save that video from Instagram and move it here to YouTube, so y'all will be able to watch it. If they have any technical difficulties with glitches, I'm going to include all of that in that video just in case y'all miss it. But it's going to be coming here on the channel for October. So as of now, I'm just letting y'all know that I'm not about to be overly speaking on so many things that are really near and dear to me, because it has done nothing positive for me. Like when I told y'all I was going to be starting school in August, guess what happened? The whole process of me starting school, God said, oh, you spoke too soon. We're going to back that blessing on up. And the blessing got backed up. So when I'm going to start school, I'm not letting that be known. But this fall, I am going to be venturing off into the medical field. This fall, I am going to be working a work from home job. For those of you who have been pandering on me about, oh, you still stuck in this stay at home mom mentality. No, boo. I've been out here hustling, trying to get a job. You know, the resumes and the cover letter's been paying off for itself. So that's something I wanted to address. The people who have been coming at me about my finances. You know, boo, yes, school, work, and I'm going to be doing my mom thing. So please, you know, it's like I put my life out here and, you know, you don't get these people like me, black women, coming out here, putting their story out. And here I am getting just people just coming at me, you know, coming on my blog with all the BS. I'm just like, bruh, can I live? You know, can I really live? I'm not out here, you know, soliciting my story for clicks and views. I'm up here really putting my story and my journey out here to help other women and even men who may be going through something and they may be feeling alone. I'm just out here putting my strength in videos and blog posts and articles for y'all to know that moving forward and reclaiming your time and reclaiming your independence and reclaiming respect and regaining a new look and prosperity upon your life is possible. The abundance of blessings that you can get, your way and have coming your way is possible. You just have to let go, believe in you, and give yourself grace. Like, it's going to be days to where you're breaking down, you're crying, you're upset. But what I'm coming on here telling y'all is, like, I'm not going to be up here pandering my emotions just to put my story out here. I'm coming out here to let y'all know that it's not easy. And I sit on the phone and I talk to my friends about this a lot. Like, we be up here like, if this was easy, if this life was easy, man, what would you be doing? If you knew that your dreams and everything were going to be manifested, what would you be doing? If you had a date that would say, if you do X and Y, Z amount of work, this is going to be manifested, what would you be doing? You know, and I'm sitting up here like, you know, many days I cry, I get upset, I have been under depression, I have thought about, you know, shoot, how am I really gonna thug this out? You know, I'm going through a divorce and I got my hands up like this, just swinging in a corner on a man that I loved and I thought that was gonna ride for me for a whole decade of my young life, of my young adult life, and it hurt, you know. And for people to be questioning me like, oh, so you're going back? No, I'm in my right mind. You know, I can't put myself into that. But for me to be stepping into my womanhood right now and trying to get on my feet and to be literally like badgered for that shit, to be badgered for trying to get on my feet, or for to be literally clocked for my time frame of getting on my feet, that's what I don't like. And that's what really has just been like, damn. So that's how we coming, you know. But I guess if I had a bigger platform here on YouTube, it would be taken more well. You know, more people would be more susceptible to what I'm doing and they'll be more understanding. Or if I had more of a bigger support system, I don't know, you know. But my whole thing is, I'm no longer going to be overly speaking, and I'm going to just bask in the silence of my abundance. I'm going to bask in the privacy of growth, because I feel like that'd be the best thing for me to do, and just share bits and pieces of my journey along the way. And I'm gonna just let that be that. Because I love y'all who have been reaching out to me and want more, and, you know, want that transparency, want that grit, want that truth. But it's only so much I can put out here to where, you know, I'm telling people stop playing with me. You feel what I'm saying? And that also goes for my children's father, because I feel like there's a whole nother agenda that's set out to really get me and to tear me down mentally and emotionally. The more I get up and people can see me rising like a phoenix, you know, rising like a moth from the flames. And here's something, you know, here come all of the just smoke and ashes and just stuff just coming up at me, just trying to like really blind me, trying to throw me off my focus, and trying to basically smother and choke me. And so I'm just really right now, I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my sanity. You know, I'm backed up in a corner, you know, and I'm coming out that corner slowly but surely swinging. I'm not stepping out of that corner with my stance up and I got my hands like this. No, I'm coming at that corner like, you know, stance up. You heard me. Stance is really up. So, you know, I'm going to just ask you, how you coming? This is like the third quarter of the year almost. Like, how are you coming for the rest of the quarter? You letting people play with you or not? You know, are you sharing or not? You know, what are you doing? What are you doing? There are people out here who have less than you, making more sense than you with their situation. You know, I'm not out here trying to throw no pity party for myself. I'm not out here trying to tell people that, oh, you know, I'm going to make it to the land of honey and I'm going to grab your hand when I get there and bring you halfway. No. All I can do is just let y'all know that my story don't need no sugarcoating. My story don't need, because y'all don't know half of my story. This year has been a whirlwind. If I was to lay down my story in our book, baby, bestseller by itself. But I'ma just say, you know, I live one hell of a life, and I'm not about to let people stop me from being who I am. And on top of that, I'm not going to speak so soon on things, you know, too soon on things like I have been doing, because it has led me nowhere. But in a situation of, now, why did I tell people that? I'm not about to be questioning why the things I have spoke publicly. So yes, that's just the video. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop that in the comment box below because I would love to talk to you. I am signing on out of this piece now, and bye bye.